Is everyone enjoying the service today? Let's give a big round of applause to all the parents right here today. ဖျားခင်အလွန်ကျေးဇူးတော်ချီးမွမ်းပါတယ်လို့ဘာဖြစ်လို့လဲဆိုတော့ကလေးလေးတွေအားလုံးကိုတွေ့တဲ့အခါမှာအားလုံးလည်းပျော်ရွှင်သလိုဖျားခင်လည်းအရင်ကြည်နူးမယ်လို့ Florence ယုံကြည်ပါတယ်လို့ဒီမှာရှိတဲ့မိခင်ရောက်စီတိုင်းရှိတဲ့ဒီမှာကလေးတွေအားလုံးကိုSunday school ပို့ဖျားကြောင်းပို့ပြီးတော့ပေါ့နော်လမ်းမအောင်ငယ်စဉ်အပင်ပို့တဲ့အတွက်ကြောင့်တွေ့ရတဲ့အခါမှာအယံဝမ်းသာပါတယ်လို့ထိုနည်း၎င်း Florence မိဘနှစ်ပါးလည်းငယ်ငယ်လေးတွေကလည်းတွင်တင်ဆုံးမပြီးဒီချိန်ထိပို့ခဲ့တဲ့အတွက်ကြောင့်ကျေးဇူးတင်ပါတယ်လို့မမီယာရှိဦးဆိုမနေ့ကတနေ့ကမေးတာပေါ့နော်နဲ့ဆို Florence ညရမှာအယံခက်ခဲတယ်ပေါ့နော်ဟိုအပေါ်ရောက်ရင်အယံလဲကြောက်တတ်တယ်ဒါပေမဲ့ဘုရားသခင်ကိုဆုတောင်းတယ်ဘုရားသခင် Florence ကိုဖော်ပြပါဘာပြောမလဲဘာပြောရမလဲဒါပေမဲ့မိဘခိုင်းရင်မငြင်းရဘူးပေါ့နော်ဟို I don't want to say no so I told her yes but I was very nervous as many times as I was up here ဒါပေမဲ့ဘုရားသခင်အမြဲတမ်းကောင်းမြတ်တယ်တွေ့ရတဲ့အခါမှာ I'm very delighted ဒီကလေးတွေဘုရားသခင်နဲ့ငယ်ရွယ်စွာမွေးလျော်ပြီးတော့ဘုရားသခင်နဲ့ different talent ဘုရားသခင်ပေးတာကိုတွေ့ရတဲ့အကြောင်းဘုရားသခင်ကိုအရင်ကျေးဇူးတင်တယ်ဆက်လက်ရဒီမှာရှိသောမိဘညီကိုမောင်နှမများအားလုံးလည်းဒီကလေးငယ်တွေကိုဘုရားသခင်လမ်းထဲမှာအမြဲတမ်းပို့ဆောင်ပြီးတော့တွင်တင်ဆုံးမမယ်လို့ Florence ယုံကြည်ပါတယ်လို့ရှေ့ဥစွာဆုတောင်းကြပါစို့ကောင်းကင်ဘုံ၌ရှိသောမြော်ဖျားသခင်ဤနေ့ဒီချိန်နိုင်အတွက်ကိုရောအားကျေးဇူးတင်ပါ၏ကိုရောပေးထားသောအသင်းတော်အတွက်ကိုရောအားကျေးဇူးတင်ပါ၏ကိုရောပေးထားသောဆရာမများရောက်စီတိုင်းအတွက်ကိုရောအားကျေးဇူးတင်ပါ၏ကိုရောမိဘများအကောင်းဆုံးသောမိဘများကိုရောသာသမီတယောက်စီတိုင်းသက်တာမှာကိုရောပေးထားသောကြောင့်ကိုရောအားကျေးဇူးတင်ပါ၏ကိုရောသူတို့ဒီလည်းငယ်စဉ်အပြင်သာသမီရောက်စီတိုင်းကိုရောဤလမ်းသမာတရားမှာကိုရောနဲ့မွေးလော်ဖို့သင်ပေးပို့ထားတဲ့အတွက်ကြောင့်ကိုရောအားကျေးဇူးတင်ပါ၏ကိုရောဤရာဒီဘယ်နဲ့မှလဲလို့မရပါကိုရောအားကျေးဇူးတင်ပါ၏သူတို့နဲ့တူအမြဲတမ်းကိုရောပါရှိ၍တက်ရှိ၍ပျော်ရွှင်စွာနေရသောခွင့်ကိုရောပေးသနာတော်မူပါကြံလဲ၍ကလေးများကိုလည်းကိုရောကျေးဇူးတင်ပါ၏ဒီကလေးများသည်လည်းကြီးလာသောအခါမှာကိုရောအတွက်ထို၍ပါပြီးကိုရောအတွက်အလင်းဖြစ်စေဖို့ဒီလောကကြီးမှာကိုရောဆက်လက်၍ပို့ဆောင်သနာတော်မူပါကိုရောအချိန်တိုင်းလုံးစုံကိုရောလက်ဝတ်သောအနံ့ပါ၏ကိုရောသူပြောမိအရာအလုံးသည်ကိုရောပါရှိ၍ကောင်းချီးပေးသနာတော်မူပါကြားရမယ့်ရောက်စီတိုင်းသူတို့တိဆောက်စရာဖြစ်စေဖို့မာစာသနာတော်မူပါကိုရောတန်ရှင်သောဝိညာဉ်တော်ဖျားသမီးနဲ့အတူပါရှိ၍ကောင်းချီးပေးပါမည်အကြောင်းတပါးသောသားကိုခင်ရှင်တော်များ၌ဆုတောင်းဆက်ကပ်သနာခံရဖော်ရသခင် Florence First Samuel တရားပေါ့နော် Hannah နဲ့ Samuel အကြောင်းကိုဖတ်တဲ့အခါမှာပေါ့နော် Hannah မှာကလေးလေးလိုချင်တယ်ဒုက္ခများငိုယိုးပြီးတော့ဆုတောင်းတယ်ပေါ့နော်ဆုတောင်းတဲ့အခါမှာသူကမြာကြာရှည်စွာဆုတောင်းရတယ်သူကလေးလိုချင်ပေမဲ့သူမရဘူးရလာတဲ့အခါမှာလဲပေါ့နော်ဘုရားသခင်ကိုသူပြန်ဆက်ကပ်မယ်ဆိုတဲ့ဂတိအတိုင်းသူပြန်ဆက်ကပ်တယ်ပေါ့နော်သူသားလေး9နှစ်ခါမှာသူအဲ့ tabernacle သွားပြီးတော့ပေါ့နော်ဘုရားသခင်ကိုပြန်ဆက်ကပ်တာတွေ့ရတယ်ဒီမှာလဲအားလုံးကြည့်တဲ့အခါမှာ Florence ကအစပေါ့နော်ထွေးတို့ဒီမှာရှိတဲ့ Joshua တို့ Joy တို့ရောက်စီတိုင်းအောင်လဲပေါ့နော်မိဘတွေအားလုံးကအကောင်းဆုံးဖြစ်စေခြင်းနဲ့အကောင်းဆုံးလမ်းကိုပို့စေခြင်းတဲ့အခါမှာဒီဖျားเจ้าမှာပဲအသင်းတော်ထဲမှာပဲဒီညီကိုမောင်နှမတွေနဲ့ပဲရံပြည့်စရာရှိလဲဖြစ်ပေါ့နော်စော့တဲ့ခါလဲစော့သွားစရာရှိလာလဲသွားအမြဲတမ်းပျော်မွေ့ရတဲ့အခွင့်ကိုပြင်ဆင်ပေးတယ်ဘုရားသခင်ကမိဘတွေပေးထားတဲ့ကြောင့်အရန်ကျေးဇူးတော်ကြီးမွန်တယ်လို့ဒါကြောင့်ကလေးတွေနားထောင်ပါလို့ဘာဖြစ်လို့လဲဆိုတော့especially I'm Florence English လို့ပဲပြောလိုက်မယ်နော်တချို့တွေကကလေးတွေက English လို့ပဲနားလည်တယ်ဆိုတော့ because this is such a privilege that to have our parents in our life I know there are times that we kind of felt like we're being pressured we're being controlled but honestly, they really love us. I know I'm not a mother yet, but till this very day, I listen to my mom and dad. I mean, there are times, even I'm 35, they will still call me, where are you? When are you going to be home? Do you know what time it is? I have to respect that because they both are my parents, and they love me very much, and they just don't want me to be at the wrong road, or they don't want me to encounter danger. That's why they always concern about both me and my brother, and I'm pretty sure all of your parents are the same way. So there will become a time that you felt, oh, why are they always calling me? Why are they? Because you know what? Let alone having you in this world is such a big responsibility. Caring for you, feeding you, clothing you, making sure you have everything you need in life, and especially walking and knowing God. And they take up a lot of responsibility to have you grow. So try not to say no and don't argue back, because that is something I do in my life. No matter I like it or not, if my mom and dad ask me something, I will try my very best to do what they have asked me, whether I like it or not, because I know for a fact that they want us to be good. They want us to be the best in this world, and they want us to grow with God. And if you have God in you, and everything will be fine. And God put parents in our life because they will guide us. They will be next to us. Honestly, who is really there when we're sick is our mom and our dad. They're the one who care for us. And as we're growing up, as being a teenager, there are many things we like to do. We want to go out, we want to stay late, we want to be with our friend, we want to be on the phone. But honestly, yeah, the technology is great, but it doesn't mean that you should stop that relationship with your parent or your family, your sibling, because due to the technology, we're so busy with our phone, the game, the Pokemon, and all that in between. But in any event, technology is great. I'm not saying that it is not good, but give that time back to your family, your parents, and your sibling, because especially your parent, they will be here with you for a very short period of time, and care for them and love them. Because for me, I don't know what it is that God put in my heart. I always felt I don't have that tomorrow. It's not promising, and I want to do everything I can to please them and make them happy. I know I may not be the perfect child, but I want them to be happy. As well as I want all of you to know that, because they really love God, and they want you to walk with God, know God, read the Word of God, and, be humble, and just be in the house of God instead of being out there. And I'm pretty delighted to see all of you up here tonight, even from the littlest one, from Christopher and Victoria, all the way to the oldest child, knowing that different talent, different gift that God has given, and it just to continue, and not to let the world overtake you, but you're gonna overtake the world. And having a parent is is such an honor, and honor is something that we don't usually use in our daily life anymore, but honor is something we should have, because our parent is something that we should be honored for. Honor is basically a source of credit or high respect or high public esteem. And having a parent is really an honor. Without a parent, not everyone in life or have both parent, or they may have one, but especially if you have both parent, it is such a great blessing for all of us, because there are kids that don't have parent, and if you have parent, they have done a lot of things you may not know, but I know as growing up, they will want to do everything for you. You want a shoes, you want a phone, you want an iPod, iPad. They try their very best, no matter how hard they work, how tired they are. They want to fulfill your need. They want you to be happy. And in the same time, you have to give that same, respect back to your parent, because they do work so hard to bring you to this country and give the very best life. And honor is something that it's a person to person. Basically, you can't honor an object or things, but honoring is to a person. So basically, every day try to honor what you have. First have God in your life, and God has given parents, so therefore you have to listen to your parent, just as in Ephesians 6:2-4, it say, honor your father and mother, that may go well with you and that you may live a long life in the land. And that is a promise. And if you believe me, as you're getting older, you're gonna know this, and you're gonna experience this. So whatever your parents are telling you, they wanted the very best for you. And I myself growing up, when I'm very thankful my mom and dad really disciplined me very well. And if I do encounter things like with friends to go, something behind my head tells me, is it right? Are you honoring your mom? Even though she doesn't see you, someone might have seen you. Whatever you do, the action, it will reflect back to your parent. So know that who you are a daughter and son of Almighty God. So you should not live your life like the worldly. And you should shine. Know that who you are, because you are honoring God as well as your parent. And live every day, try to make little things different every day, because like I said, not everyone has both parent, and for all of us to have, most of us at least, to have both parent in our life is such a very great privilege that we have. And honoring someone is thinking them higher than you are. That's what they are, a parent, because they have done all that they can for us, given us everything, their life, their time, their love, their caring for us, So it is such a privilege. Don't take that for granted, because tomorrow is never promising. And live every day, listen to your mom and dad, know the word of God, do accordingly, because it will reflect in your later life. And how are you going to honor your mom and dad? Just like I said, be it in public. You could be out somewhere that your mom and dad may or may not know, but surely God sees you where you're at. And keep that in mind, because if others sees you or not, it's really going to reflect you, and it's going to reflect back to your parent. And you want to do the best for them, because they really want the best for you. And so much that I could stress on that, is really, they really love you. Even at my age, I think I got food poisoning beginning of this year. I was really sick. I was in bed. My mom stayed up with me, and I'm 35, and she stayed with me. I vomit, I have diarrhea, all that, and she stayed with me all night long. And her love and caring till this very day for me, and I don't know how will I pay back, but at least I promised myself I will do whatever she say, even I know it, or if I'm best in it or not, I will do my best to fulfill it, because I'm not perfect, and she knows that too. But I don't want to disappoint them. I will do my very best. That's what it is for me. And I want all of you guys, if your mom and dad ask you to do something, just try at least. They're not asking for perfection, but they want you to see if you have the desire to do what they ask. So do so. Believe me, God will bless you with many things. Even when you go to school, believe me, God is with you. And if you know God, ask God for wisdom. Ask God for knowledge, and He will grant you. I have come across many challenges in life, in school, in health. God has always been there for me. And of course, my mom and dad always pray for me. And if it weren't for them, I would not be here today. And just like in Colossians chapter 3, verses 20, children, obey your parent in everything, for it pleased the Lord. So it is one of the things that is said. It's not what I'm saying. God is saying, children, obey your parent in everything, not just in one thing, but in everything, for that is pleased to the Lord. And another one is Proverbs chapter 13, verses 1. A wise son hears the father's instruction, but scoffer does not listen to rebuke. Basically, if you love God and if you love your parent, I'm sure you will listen to his instruction. And just like if you love your friend, you promise, I'm going to go somewhere with them because you love them, you follow, you do it. Just the same way, if you love God, God should be first center in your life, and of course your parents should be next. And we have great parents out here, all of us, including myself. I love the kids, and sometimes, yes, I scolded them, I will discipline them, and I think last week I disciplined two of the child. I think they got a little disappointed, but I truly love them. They're like my sibling, and I love them very dearly, just like my mom loved kid. I think I got most of which from her. I say things, but I said it with love, but don't take it so personal, because I want you as well to be good. So make sure that follow God's instruction and put them in your heart. And of course I'm not a mother, but of course I'm going to add it one thing. I do have a son, which is a cat, which I surely love. I call it son even to people like, oh, you have a son? I didn't know. Yeah, I have a son, 2 years old. And they're like, really? Yeah, I gotta get home, I gotta see my son, gotta shower my son, gotta brush his teeth, I gotta clean his eye. And they really thought I have a son, and I go, no, it's a cat. And they go, oh, you're just joking with us. And I learned that from having this little cat, although I was not a big fan of a cat, but I learned that parent, and although this is a cat, but I guess it's my pretend child, I care so much, and I see that how much my parent care for me at one point now, because when I got this little cat, it's a stray cat, basically somebody left it on the street. It was only probably a couple of days old, and they said that they're gonna put them to sleep, and if you don't take it, what are we gonna do? There's three of us. Make the story short, I took one, Teddy took two. So I have this little 2 years old cat with me that I shower. I know many people say shower your cat. Yes, I shower my cat, and he's pretty good with water. And one day what happened was, he was blinking his eyes like that. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta take him to the doctor. So there I am, grab my cat, put it in the bag, and I went to the vet. And I pay a whole lot of money, although my parent doesn't know, because I'm like, what happened to it? Of course, they did UV drop and all that, making sure the lens are not scratched. I'm like, wow, and this cat, of course, I have to hold it like a little baby because he doesn't like anyone else. So there, with that experience, I learned that, wow, because if it's in my possession, I want to take care of it. That's what I am. I guess I got that from my dad. If anything is in my hand, if I own it, then I have to take care of it. That's how I see it as. So, when I was experiencing all that, I paid tremendous amount of money for this little cat that is not even a human. And I look back and think, wow, how much my parent would have, had done for me till this very day. And, I reflect that in everyday life. I reflect everything, in little things to biggest things. And I am very grateful for, Pastor Ricky and C.I. David. They're like my dad, my spiritual dad. If I need something, I go, when I'm in school, I'm like, I'm hungry. David, can you cook something for me? Or, boy, I'm like, I'm so hungry, although I'm gaining weight, I'm still hungry. But they will cook anything for me, and they'll bring it to me. And, it's just such a, great family for me. And I grew up here. I love this church. I love everybody, and they're just like my, my part of my family. And just so grateful. And so children, listen to all of us here, including me, of course. When we're telling you something, we want the best for you. And when we said it, yeah, Krinik, I said it because I care for you and I love you. It doesn't mean that I want to scold at you. So keep that in mind. Everything we do, we did it out of love. So keep that in mind, and make sure to respect your mom and dad while they're still alive. Make them happy, and they want the very best. And I know all of you, each and one of you will be the great leader. You guys gonna be, you know, the business person, the owner. Who knows what some of you guys are gonna be a president perhaps, and I know a few of you guys are gonna be probably a pastor. Who knows? I know it's a great thing in you guys gonna be happening, and you know this world is in your hands. So don't let the world shape you, but you should be the one who's shaping this world and saving this lost soul. So whatever it is, you know, in life, make sure respect your mom and dad. First, put God in your life and have God, you know, lead you, guide you when you're in midst of trouble. You don't know what to do. You could always pray to God. He will answer you because I myself went through it, and He is always there for me. And we have great adults here who always gonna be here to support you, to pray for you, to guide you, to encourage you. So don't ever feel reluctant to come to one of us, because we all love you, honestly, despite of we're, you know, same color or from the same family, same mom. It doesn't matter. Under God, we are all one together. So if anything that, you know, you encounter, Siariki is always there for you, as well as David. So in life, I just wanted to encourage all of you that, you know, as you're growing up, make sure to listen to your mom and dad, and, you know, listen to God's words and follow what they're telling you guys to do, because they really do want it the best, and you guys will be the greatest teenage growing up in this world. So make sure, don't let anything influence you, and just continue to be with God and walk with God. So ရောက်စီတိုင်းကိုဖျားသခင်ကောင်းချီးပေးပါစေလို့ရှိတဲ့ဒီမှာညီကောင်မောင်မအားလုံးမိဘတွေအားလုံးကိုသာသမီရောက်စီတိုင်းကိုကောင်းမွန်စွာသွန်သင်ပြီးတော့ဖျားနဲ့လမ်းမှာရှောက်ဖို့ပေးတာကြောင့်ဖျားသခင်ကိုကျေးဇူးတင်တယ်လို့ဒီမှာရှိတဲ့မိဘညီကောင်မောင်မနဲ့ဆရာဆရာမအားလုံးကိုကျေးဇူးတင်ပါတယ်လို့